everyone! Today we're talking about the Magic Kingdom. I'm going to do a brief overview of what the Magic Kingdom entails for people who are new to Walt Disney World or haven't been in many years.
I'm Christina. I'm a traveler, a planner, and most importantly, a mom. I'm sharing my best tips to make traveling as a family a little less stressful. So put down your phone, pack your bags, and let's showcase the world.
So when people think about Walt Disney World, Magic Kingdom is the park that they think of. In fact, I see a lot of times people say that they'd like to go and spend a day at Disney and a day at Epcot. They don't realize that Walt Disney World is made up of 4 different parks and that one of them is the Magic Kingdom. They just associate the Magic Kingdom so much with Disney that they think that that's what Disney is. So the Magic Kingdom is the castle park. So it is the most popular park at Walt Disney World. It has all of the classic attractions that you have come to be aware of, that most people know and love. It is, let me describe it the way that Walt Disney described Disneyland when he dedicated it. It is a land of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy, and it really celebrates those things. It has lands around the central hub, which is where the castle is. You walk down Main Street USA, which is a homage to the town of Marceline, Missouri, where Walt Disney World grew up. It's definitely an idealized version of that turn of the century town. That's where you're going to find your shops. You're going to find some dining. People just usually run right past Main Street and don't really take the time to enjoy what it has to offer, but they have some great shows. The trolley show is one of my favorites. The Dapper Dans are a barbershop quartet that sings some of your Disney favorites, and then there's just the citizens of Main Street, which just show up and just start talking to you. They're so much fun. I love just sitting on Main Street, so just slow down and take some time to enjoy Main Street, either on your way out of the park or get there before the park opens and really enjoy it. Then you get to the hub, which is where the castle is, and then it spokes off into different lands. So the different lands all have a different theme around them, and the attractions and dining in that land fit that theme. So you have Frontierland, which is all about the Old West, and you're going to find Thunder Mountain and Splash Mountain and the Country Bear Jamboree. There's also Tom Sawyer's Island, which you take these little rafts out, and it's just kind of a spot where you can go and run through different caves and a playground, and kids can let out their energy. You have the Diamond Horseshoe Restaurant, which is some good old-fashioned barbecue, and you have Pecos Bill, which is kind of like a southwestern style. I want to say Chipotle, because you kind of select your base and your protein, but it's much better than Chipotle. So Pecos Bill is there as well. I'm not going to get really in depth into the different attractions and restaurants because I have videos that go deep into these things. I just want to give you an overview of what's there. There's also Adventureland over on that side of the park as well. Adventureland is my favorite land. It's all about the old adventure films that Walt Disney did. You have the Swiss Family Treehouse, which was one of my favorite movies growing up. You have the Jungle Cruise, which is my favorite attraction. I love corny jokes, so I love the Jungle Cruise. You have Pirates of the Caribbean. You have the Tiki Room, and you have a few dining locations as well. You have Skipper Canteen, which is themed to the Jungle Cruise, also with corny jokes, and you have the famous Dole Whip. I'm not going to talk about all the snacks and snack stands in the park, but I do want to make sure that you know that Aloha Isle is there, and that is where you can get your Dole Whip. So don't miss that in Adventureland. Then you walk, as you work your way around the park, we already talked about Frontierland. Now we're going to talk about Liberty Square. It is the colonial period, if we're talking about all of the yesterdays, and you'll find Haunted Mansion there as well as the Hall of President and the Riverboat. You have Liberty Tree Tavern, which is a family style meal, Thanksgiving food essentially. You have Columbia Harbor House, which is my favorite quick service restaurant, and you have Sleepy Hollow, which has some amazing waffle sandwiches. Don't miss those either. Then you move to Fantasyland, and that's kind of what everyone thinks of when they think of the Magic Kingdom as Fantasyland. You have It's a Small World, Peter Pan's Flight, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the Carousel, the Mad Tea Party. For dining in Fantasyland, you have Cinderella's Royal Table, which is the princess meal inside the castle. You also have a bunch of snack places as well, and Pinocchio Village House, which is an Italian quick service location. You then have New Fantasyland. New Fantasyland opened in 2012, so if you haven't been within the last 10 years, this is new. It's called the Enchanted Forest, but people still call it New Fantasyland. That's where you're going to find Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. You're going to find Belle's Village, which feels like you stepped into the movie. You have Be Our Guest there. You have Enchanted Tales with Belle, which is a interactive retelling of the story of Beauty and the Beast with the princess. And you have an area dedicated to the Little Mermaid with an attraction, Under the Sea, Journey of the Little Mermaid, and you have some snack stands there as well. Gaston's Tavern is so exquisitely themed. They have a great cinnamon roll, and you can go sit in Gaston's chair, so it's really a cool place to check out. The other thing that happened in 2012 is part of Fantasyland got changed into Storybook Circus, and that's where you're going to find Dumbo and Goofy's the Barnstormer with the Great Goofini. You're also going to find character meets there as well. You're able to meet Minnie and Daisy and Goofy and Donald. They're all dressed in their circus best. So that's over Storybook Circus. I am going to jump back to Fantasyland because I forgot something. They have Mickey's PhilharMagic, which is a 3D movie and a great place to escape from the heat. They also have the Princess Fairy Tale Hall, where you can meet visiting princesses. So it's separated on two sides. You can either meet two princesses on one side or two princesses on the other, and I'm not gonna, they make sure you check the times guide to see which ones are meeting there for your trip, because they do change frequently. So that's Fantasyland. You have Classic Fantasyland, New Fantasyland, and Storybook Circus, those three lands in one. Then you move into the Land of Tomorrow, or Tomorrowland. And Tomorrowland is where you're going to find Space Mountain and Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin and Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. I love the Carousel of Progress. It was an attraction that Walt Disney partnered with General Electric to bring to the World's Fair in 1964. So it has so much history in it. It's some of the earliest animatronics. It definitely needs an update, but I love the nostalgia of it. So if you love nostalgia, if you love history, definitely check that one out. If not, you might find it a little bit of a snooze. But one that I will tell you not to miss is the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover. It is a quick ride through Tomorrowland up in the sky. It's really, really cool. Nice place to sit down, relax, get a bird's eye view of Tomorrowland. There's also the Tomorrowland Speedway, which is fun for kids, and there's some new attractions that should be coming shortly as well to Tomorrowland, including the Tron coaster, and there should be something coming to where Stitch's Great Escape used to be, but we don't know what that is yet. So that's it. That's a very, very high level view of the Magic Kingdom. I definitely missed a ton of the restaurants and quick service locations, but you can check out my video that I did on Magic Kingdom dining. It will go through all of those, but I just want you to kind of get an idea of what you're going to see when you do Magic Kingdom. If you have young kids, I definitely recommend 2 days in the Magic Kingdom. There is so much to do, and you don't want to feel like you have to rush to get from one place to the other. You really want to enjoy where you are. So I recommend shorter park days and do 2 of them so you can really enjoy it. Take a break in the middle of the day, go back when it gets really crowded and hot, or make your dining reservation for that time so you can just relax away from the crowds for a little bit, and then head back for the fireworks. So if you have young kids doing park open to park close is a little difficult. Having that midday break is fantastic. And then I like to spend my first day and my last day at the Magic Kingdom and then go to the other parks in between. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that answered any questions you may have. If I missed anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. I would love to chat with you about your vacation. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you explore the world together.
Need help planning your next family vacation? Visit us at showcasetheworld.com to request a quote or schedule a free vacation consultation. Want more great travel tips? You'll find those there too.